And today, we got some of the saddest shit I want to report on, man. So I want to start off the show saying rest in peace, Sabrina, Khalid, and rest in peace, Danielle, my family members. Wild topic, wild hair. I mean, it's all wild. It's all wild on this one. I got a rainy Wednesday morning in the Midwest, man. Real rainy. I prepare shows sometimes when I'm real interested, and I was like, my mind ain't even been right since I actually seen the GoPro, the video when he streamed live, actually going in the store shooting our black elders, and just somebody's grandmother, somebody's auntie, sister, mom, so horrific to just go try to get orange juice, maybe dinner for that night, and you just met your demise. How do we know? You never know when is that final hour. No man know that final hour, but wow, I mean, do you ever expect to go out that way? I think we all want that natural cause, death, because we all know that's the only thing that's promised. And I couldn't really find the words to say, so I had to react to one of the best brothers that I know, which would be Tariq Nasheed. And I'll just piggyback off what he said, because who said it better than me? I'm just saying. Who do y'all come to see? I'm just saying. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get into Tariq. Let's see what he say about the shooter.
It's all cap, all right? Because if it was a black suspect, you would have his name, his mama's name, and everybody in his neighborhood's name, all right? Let's be clear. They don't mind giving somebody notoriety if they're black. They're withholding.
All right, so now they saying they withholding his name because they don't want to give him notoriety, which we all know is bullshit. They're trying to scrub him out right now. I posted that video to Facebook because it was like everybody was sharing that video of him going live and killing, and I posted it, and I almost got my page blocked again because of the status of the video, the content of the video, which I agree, that shit was horrific. But we have to expose this terrorist act of people. We have to expose this shit, because who else is gonna see this shit and believe it? You gotta see this shit to believe it, man. Nobody makes this shit up about these people. They're known for doing it. They want to call black people super predators. They got FBI memos on young black males calling them super predators and things of that nature. But the real terrorists at fucking hand be, hey, I ain't gonna say it. But once again, when you're not black, they won't put the name out there until they get the investigation understood. We got the suspects. We got everything apprehended. We have all evidence. If you white, man, that name ain't going out there. Let you be black. The second the shit happened, man, it's aired every fucking where. It's aired everywhere, man. Patrick Loyola in Grand Rapids, Michigan, rest in peace. They shot him in his fucking head. His name was everywhere in seconds. I'm just saying, we didn't even know who the fucking officer was till like the next day who shot him. So, okay, pay attention.
This guy's name so that we don't look him up on social media and see any potential connections he has to law enforcement. All right, what we're seeing, family, there was a shooting out there in Buffalo. This white supremacist went up into a supermarket area in a black area in Buffalo.
Yeah.
He had a gun, an assault rifle. He was dressed in military gear. Had an assault rifle with the word nigger written on it and the letter 14. The 14, that's from that's the Nazi reference. The 14 letters.
All right, hold on. All right. He was driving with tactical gear. I mean, this ain't a red flag to no fucking body. You drove 200 miles from your home. This isn't suspicious to I mean, if I just see this motherfucker riding down the highway, I know what an army vehicle supposed to look like. But I mean, he could have came from hunting. Like they said, he had the AR tucked low. got racial slurs spray painted and written all on the AI. I mean, shit. This is horrible, man. This shit is genocide. The Purge. Well, that's why I hate that movie. We'll go in.
So he wrote a white supremacist manifesto. So this was an anti-black targeting terrorist attack.
Yes, it was.
We have to start putting that message out there. We have to put that out there. The white media, they're already trying to cape for this guy. They're trying to downplay the anti-black attack. They're saying it was racially motivated. They're here talking about
racially motivated
anti-Semitic stuff too. That right there is to dismiss and to undermine the anti-black targeting. You can't get any more anti-black than this. This man killed damn near a dozen black people.
Oh my God.
All right? And he targeted black people.
Yes, he did.
This is not just racially motivated. This is anti-black motivated.
Facts.
We, as a black community, we have to signal boost that message and stop being afraid. We play too many games with these white supremacists.
Yeah, we do. Y'all play too many fucking games with them. Call it as it is, man. These is the fucking terrorists. These is the fucking terrorists. And these, the ones who shooting up the fucking high schools. They shooting up the fucking churches. They shoot, I mean, niggas, they shoot up neighborhoods. They shoot up who owe them money. And they like proving points. I ain't never heard of no niggas that I know go shoot another nigga just because off the fact he was black. And like he said, anytime you see the number 14, the 14 tatted on these white guys don't be associated with nothing good. That shit is neo-Nazi. That shit is very skinheadish. It's like Hail Hitler. You know what I mean? It's the numbers from over there. You know, I want to be more specific with it. The shit derives from Germany. You know what I mean? So that's a very racial tattoo. You see that number 14 and watch out, man. I mean, you see some shit on some shit on some of our body too. You better watch out as well. I don't know what I'm saying.
We play way too many games with these white supremacists, and they're doing all-out attacks. And again, this is the Rittenhouse effect, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and okay, lady, and I'm getting a text right now from my sister Jade. There's another shooting out here in LA right now.
LA did just have that shooting, man.
There's a white
Prayers out to LA
suspect who just did a shooting out here in Los Angeles and downtown. Right? From what I understand.
And one thing he said that really struck out to me is how, okay, fuck putting the notoriety out there so you find out who the people is to see if he connected to law enforcement. These people, they know where he was. I don't allegedly, you know what I mean? Certain people feel like a lot of people already knew what the fuck he was gonna be on. You know, they try to act like he a lone wolf when the whole time, if you had a 180-page Miranda, what the fuck you was gonna do? I'm sure somebody else read this shit. You know what I mean? I had to proofread this shit. Certain people in government, high officials, they know exactly what's going on, these dates and things that's gonna happen, and then they act like, oh shit, I didn't know. We all watch Snowfall, man. Come on, man. This shit happened on both sides of the spectrum. You just gotta stay woke and see. That's why this man pled not fucking guilty. And he streamed the whole shooting live. Cause he's guilty of the fucking act. He not guilty of the idea. Nah, he ain't guilty of the fucking idea. They planted the fucking idea in his head. That's why he's not guilty in his head. I hope all harm comes to him in the joint. But I'm saying, he feeling like he know he ain't act alone, so he's guilty of the act. But he ain't guilty of the fucking idea. Allegedly, that's just Brother Maximilian opinion. Now here we go.
Man, hold on, looking at some stuff right now. Okay, LAPD, they're searching for the suspect.
LAPD, man.
Okay, so
I had a shooting
out
there.
Another shooting out here in LA right now. All right, hold on.
This was a couple days ago.
All right.
Couple days ago.
All right, so there was another shooting out here. So we don't hear. Look, these white supremacists are on the move right now, fam.
Gotta watch out.
These white supremacists sit on these websites. They sit on 4chan. They sit on 8chan. They sit on Reddit. For years
4chan, 8chan, and
white
Reddit.
Supremacist websites sit up here and they cultivate these terrorists, and nothing is done about it
at all.
This is why the other day I was telling black people, y'all stop co-signing that nonsense about RICO statutes being put on black record labels. they're using RICO laws to target production companies run by black
Free
folks.
Thug, free
But
Gunner.
these white
Free
supremacists sit up here
YSL,
and
man.
organize these
Real.
terrorist
Free
attacks
YSL, man.
online, and they never get hit with RICO statutes. Black folks, we cannot support racial double standards when it comes to enforcing the law. That's the danger of this. You see where the danger comes in? We can't support a racial tiered system where you're only going to prosecute one group of people. Either you prosecute everybody or don't prosecute nobody. But when we sit up here co-signing RICO statutes on black folks with production companies, but then these white supremacist terrorist groups run around here all working together, but they play them off like they're lone wolves, we're helping to maintain the system of non-justice. We got to stop being afraid, and also, family, we got to start letting the elected officials.
That's true. They wiretap niggas, record companies, like he say. Why the FBI don't investigate 4chan? Why y'all not investigating some of these forums on 8chan and Reddit? These be some of the most racist shit I ever read. I've been on these sites before, just to see out of curiosity some of the forums and groups and communities be talking about. And man, if Thug and YSL niggas is getting arrested over, oh yeah, y'all ain't beat him up and shoot him yet, the shit they say on there, I don't see how the fucking whole Reddit ain't fucking indicted. Like, man, come on, man. Brought up on RICO charges for real. That shit be horrible reading that. Way worse than what he did. I'm gonna just say that. Once again, that's 4chan. Chan. Number 4, CHAN. 8, CHAN. Reddit, REDDIT.com. Go look at this shit for yourself. It is crazy. Let's see what the big homie say though.
No, if we're going to be vulnerable to these type of vile, blatant anti-black attacks, we have to get compensatory justice. This is another reason why we need reparations, ladies and gentlemen, because the white supremacist shooter in Buffalo specifically targeted a low-income black area.
Yes.
And these low-income black areas are extremely vulnerable because law enforcement they're not going to protect black people from these white supremacist terrorist attacks because they are clicked in with the white supremacist terrorists. They're clicked in with them. They're not.
Why? Like Meek Mill said, who the fuck you call when the cops is the one shooting you? Nobody. No fucking body. No fucking body. And then don't think that they finna protect you from no fucking white shooter. Like I said, and I bring this into reference, my condolences to Patrick's family in Grand Rapids, but they shot him in the head for fucking wrestling. This man killed over a dozen fucking people, shot over a dozen people, and is still alive. He's still a fucking alive when they able to apprehend him. How? I know niggas that tail light is out, busted lips, heads, fucking face broke open. How is he still alive? How? They apprehended him in the grocery store. So before you even get to the grocery store, he shot killed 3 fucking people outside. We know what type of scene we're going into. Just looking out the outside of this. Just looking at the outside of this shit. And he's able to live and tell a tale, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
We want to protect the black community. If we had our own resources like the Native Americans, they get checks and they get resources, they get to have their own police force, they have a vested interest in looking out and protecting their own community because they have the resources to do so. We do not, and that leaves us vulnerable. We got to stop playing around with this thing. We got to get money from the powers that be.
Facts.
We need a damn Marshall Plan. This is an emergency situation we're in, and black folks got to stop being afraid to say, hey, look, we need tangibles. We're too vulnerable. We're out here sitting ducks. We got white supremacists and law enforcement working with white supremacists on the streets, as we saw that Dickie White woman and Casey White these white supremacists helping to break out white supremacists in jail. You have law enforcement and corrections officers who are clicked in with these white supremacist groups. Black folks, we have to understand the danger we are in out here. Let's stop making excuses and stop being scared to say that. We're in danger.
We are.
This is a dangerous damn situation. We got to get serious.
Facts.
Damn all of this catfish nugget bullshit. You out here with politicians and they want to give you some collard greens and black-eyed peas. Man, we're in a situation where these folks are launching warfare attacks on us. We need resources to protect our damn selves.
Man, we don't
and
have
the white media, they're going to be on code. They keep trying to downplay it, not pointing out. I have not heard one media outlet talk about this being an anti-black attack. Because let me tell you something. Again, I tweeted this earlier. If this white supremacist went and targeted an Asian community, there would be an executive order right now. Biden and Mammy Harris would be doing a press conference talking about they're going to allocate $1 billion to Asian communities right now. Facts. They'd be doing it right now. There was a bunch of black folks got killed, and they're sitting up here trying, well, people of color, oh, this was an anti-Semitic, or he was a white supremacist, and he had racial animosity that